That's the bad fucking dog. That's a good dog.
Listen, all dogs got that instinct in them, but I mean, we cannot. There's no arguing about the fact that pit bulls are the world champions of savaging kids and old people, and you can't put it down to bad owners because bad owners own all kinds of shit. Where are the reports of the beagles attacking? Where are all the other?
Dude, beagles attack everybody. Are you serious?
Yes, but they don't tear children's faces off. They don't permanently disfigure people. They don't tear off limbs. They don't kill people. Biting, sure.
These pit bulls are attacking old people and children that deserve it. These people deserve to be attacked.
You sound exactly.
They caused the attack.
They asked for it. They should have not. Dumbass. Old lady shouldn't have dropped that thing. She reached down.
They rub themselves down with salami before they go out.
Yes, they've got a on them. They're wearing the wrong clothes. Something's pissing off that dog. That dog is not.
What did they do? and you know, it's sadly though when you get on. I go incognito, man, on a few of these online shit with these people. They're really like that. They're like the kid fucking asked for it. Period. Like that's how they feel, and they're like dedicated to these dogs. Listen, a pointer points, man. A Labrador likes the water. Pit bulls are made to fight, man. They're terriers and they're bulldogs, bro. Come on, man.
Beautiful animal.
Everybody knows it. They are. A leopard's a beautiful animal, and I love owning exotic animals. I'd own a leopard if I could, but I would certainly be subject to regulation by keeping an animal that could potentially kill my neighbor. If you like my neighbor right now has 3 dogs that could kill my kids, and a pretty shitty fence. I put a better fence up, but I mean, that's something I have to, as a citizen, I have to think about that. You can't handle them animals. They're running around half the time.
Bring over the kids that you don't like.
Well, I'll shoot them, motherfucker.
What's the most dangerous animal you've had that you've owned?
A human.
I never owned an alligator, but it was not large. He was only like a few feet long. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I love you, Sandro. But if you get killed by a fucking exotic animal, I'm not going to be sad. I'm going to laugh. I'm going to think it's hilarious.
If I go out like that, you know what? It's better than just wasting away. I'll say, you know what? If I got took down by a deadly snake, well, I don't want to waste away. Fuck it.
No, it's not. Jimmy's right. You don't want to go out unless you're on top of the food chain. You don't want to go out layer 2, layer 3 of the food chain.
You don't want to fucking go out mauled by a fucking koala bear either.
Yeah,
well,
you definitely don't want to be. Even Steve Irwin, who spent his life like fighting the most, like playing with or enjoying these animals.
He lost.
He lost.
Yeah, well, he got shot in the chest. What are you talking about? Like him? He's the prime example. He went on top of his game with a barb to the chest from a stingray.
He lost.
I watched.
Hey, we all lose in the end, Jimmy.
Hey, who's the guy that got eaten by the tiger? The guys in Vegas.
Yeah. Roy.
They lost.
Sigmund and Roy, or whatever the fuck.
Siegfried and Roy.
Again, the Jews. They're running the tiger business.
They're running the tigers to get those 2 Germans, those German homosexuals.
I watched Steve Irwin on a 10 deadliest snake thing have the deadliest snake in the world with a venom, and 1 drop can kill like 1,000 men. The fucking snake comes up and licks his face and then slithers right down in one of the most incredibly intense, awkward moments of my life. And I'm like, this guy is fucking nuts. And he gets taken out by a
stingray,
sweet little animal that we see everywhere with no fucking issues. Just a barb to the chest from a stingray. So
listen, I raise exotic animals, and I can tell you that.
Wait,
if you have enough,
what do you got?
I've told you guys in the past, and that I have had. Right now, what I have right now is mostly focused on turtles and snakes that I have at my home. Turtles, snakes, and tortoises. But in the past, I've had a camel. I have a I've had a.
You've had a camel?
Did you say a
fucking camel?
Yes, a small, a Bactrian camel. Like I bought with a friend of mine, and I've had various exotic animals, some primates that I've had problem with the local authorities. So I don't
know. Hold on, we're gonna get back to this. Did you know? Because I got one factoid I want to know that you know. Did you know that turtles carry salmonella?
Oh, I know that. Yeah.
Okay.
Mine don't though. They've been cycled through over and over. But
so a fucking camp. All right, walk us through all. Like, let's start from the beginning. What was your first
I,
exotic animal?
all my life, I was down in Florida at a young age. I was born and raised in Scranton, Pennsylvania.
A
But
butterfly.
around middle school, I lived in Florida for a while.
Okay.
And during that time, I became hooked because I spent a lot of time just hanging out in the woods.
Don't blame
And
Florida.
I was catching lizards and turtles. That was my thing. And I became obsessed with turtles, snakes, lizards, reptiles, basically.
And
But
butterflies.
fuck them. No,
Yeah,
I was
with you. I'm with you so far. I used to catch all those same things. Yeah,
all of it, man. Everything. Yeah, and
crawfish, snakes, turtles.
all of those. I got them right now. I got crawfish. I got a tank right now. I call it Kingdom of the Lobsters, man. Go look at my pictures. I say, I got all of it. I'm living my dream as an adult now. I got alligator pond. Well, I can't say all that much. What I'm telling you is that I enjoy I have animals and stuff that I enjoy, but I have a real problem with this county authorities about their bullshit. But
Okay.
no, I'm good.
Okay.
I always wanted a toucan.
The county authorities are not going to listen to this podcast, and if they do,
I guarantee they.
So what are they mad about? Which animal do they know about that they're pissed off about?
Well, the crocodilians were a problem because somebody mentioned it to them.
What is
Also,
a
I had a-
crocodilian? Is that like
It was an alligator, American alligator.
it's an American alligator, like a baby?
Well, a crocodilian is all of the above. Is a crocodile, an alligator, a caiman, a gharial. All of those are under
Okay.
the crocodilian family. You're not allowed to have a crocodilian in the state.
Oh,
And so you have a couple. You have a couple American.
I
out there,
did.
hypothetically.
I
yeah.
did in the
Yeah.
past, yes.
Yes.
And so they took them away. I'll
where
show
did
you
they
pictures of that. Whole.
Well,
They
couldn't
just
you?
came up and gave me a ticket. That was it. But I said that I didn't have them. But then they took my dog. It was a whole big thing because when they came, the dog came after them.
Oh shit! What the German Shepherd?
My baby mama, one of my older daughter. I'm going back a couple years now.
Okay.
We had a birthday party and for her, and a lot of friends came over, and I showed them a little bit of a petting zoo, and then she went back, and a few parents commented on what a great time they had, and then it got back to her mother, who said, "Listen, he's got X, Y, and Z over there."
What was
Called the
that?
police, and they said,
What was
and
that?
X, Y, and Z was like a couple of hedgehogs. I had a kinkajou, and I had a hatchling alligator. Yeah. And so I was showing them to the kids.
Wait, hold on. A couple hedgehogs.
Right. Yeah.
What the fuck is a kinkajou?
Kinkajou is something about the size of a house cat, more closely related to a to a raccoon or a coyote, and it's got like a prehensile tail.
How do I spell it? How do I spell it?
K-I, just like it says, kink, J-O-U, like that.
That is anti-Semitic. Very anti-Semitic. Very upset about this. Let's see what a kinkajou looks like. Oh, that's
there it is. That's my boy. Yeah,
little lemur.
For sure. Yeah, it looks similar. Sure, looks similar, but this is from South America, not from Madagascar, like a lemur.
Okay. So okay. All right. Continue with the. So you had the trifecta of weird animals, and
well, I'll tell you this motherfucker. I wish I had the presence of mind at the time. The kinkajou, one time I had it in my office. I turned a big walk-in closet into a cage. Basically, I just put a cage over it, and I covered the light fixture so it couldn't. And I made that into a giant cage. But man, they're nocturnal. So even though I had him at the far end of my house, he at night would swing and pound, and it was loud at night. Like I imagine the neighbors could have heard it, but it definitely kept us up. It was a problem. All day he just sat in the box like a statue. He never moved. So in terms of having pets, like you got to love animals, but if you want to interact with them, they have nothing to do with it. They're in a ball in the corner all day. It's only in the dark of night, and that motherfucker made so much noise. And then the one night he got out, he broke out. He flipped all the computer monitors. He was in my office. He flipped all the computer monitors. He smashed all the glass. I had pictures. You've seen like behind me. I have pictures of my dad on the wall. Every single picture from him scrambling against the wall, trying to climb it, he smashed every glass frame. I don't know how we slept through it. The whole family, we slept through it. I came walking to my back office, and I was like, holy shit. And I had a shotgun that was against the wall, and it had his muddy, shitty handprints all over the shotgun. I was like, could you imagine if I walked in the moment when he grabbed that shotgun and blew my fucking head off?
a hunter just had his dog shoot him the same way. But so
Oh, I missed.
you're saying that even in the animal kingdom that the kinkajous destroy everything too. That's what you're saying.
Well, I thought that I might be able to tame this, but I don't listen. I keep a lot of reptiles. Reptiles are easy, man. They don't need nothing. They just lay there and eat. Mammals are active creatures, man. Anybody who owns a primate or anything like that is crazy to do it.
What
To
the
try
hell?
it.
The camels are assholes. Like you had a camel, right?
Well, we bought it from a meat auction.
So you were gonna
Believe it
cook.
or not,
You were gonna cook the camel.
no, somebody might have. What happens is like if you go to these especially in the Midwest, man, go to like West Virginia, Illinois, like Southern Illinois, like if you go out into Midwestern areas, they'll have meat auctions, cattle auctions and stuff, and there's always a section at the back for exotics, what they call. And so you'll see Southeast Asian water. Well, we got a Bactrian camel. That's a 2-hump. The Bactrian camel comes from Mongolia. So basically, my buddy he went out there and he saw it there for sale for like 5 G's or something. I said, yeah, let's get that sucker. And we took it out to the farm. We still have it out there. But he's got a lot of animals now. He's got zebras, ostriches, he's got everything out there now.
And what did you pay for it?
Well, we split it 5 G's.
So
And
20
it was beautiful.
or whatever.
2,500 a piece. 2,500 a piece.
Huh? What do you
At
name?
these
What do you
places-
name the camel? What'd you name that motherfucker?
The name is Zofia because my 2 daughters, before my other daughter was born, they were Sophia and Zoe, so we called it Zofia, named in both of their honor. Yeah.
And these.
And she actually had a baby recently.
I didn't know what
Sophia.
these kids are ungrateful. Yeah, I've never had my fucking father name a goddamn camel after me.
Camel had a baby.
Fucking bastard children.
Yeah, the camel had a baby now. She's like 5 years old now. And I got it. It was a few years back. Yeah.
So that's worth $10,000 also.
Maybe, but they're not in my hands. My buddy's farm is, it's like one of them deals. I helped get it there, but it's not like I'm ever going to put it in my fucking
What
yard.
do you do with it? Do you come out and look at it? What do you
Yes,
do with it?
sometimes, absolutely, yeah, sure. Come
Have
out,
you ever
look
seen-
at it.
Have you ever seen a camel's
Got the
tongue?
name. It's got the name. Yeah, you've seen camel toe, man. Come on, bro.
Camel tongue.
I
That's
just
that.
don't understand the concept of having a camel.
You look.
Why
at
would you
it,
have anything?
You look at it.
You look at it. You
Yeah.
just say camel. Put some peanut butter on your nuts. Let that camel go to town. It's worth every fucking penny, Jimmy.
Right there. $2,500 worth of peanut butter, bro.
When I
Camel
question him, he
bird
goes, but this was a 2-hump. Like, what's a 2-hump?
That's a big deal. Okay, a dromedary is a 1-hump camel, and they come from North Africa.
Okay.
But they're also widespread in Australia too because they were released there. They're invasive, but they're widespread. That's a dromedary. That's a 1-hump camel. The 2-hump camel comes from Mongolia. That's called a Bactrian camel. They're more rare. They're more unique. And yeah, listen, unless you like to, a lot of people have a lot of hate for people who collect exotic animals.
Oh no.
But you know what? Fuck them.
Oh, I have
Don't
nothing.
care.
This conversation is making me so happy. A, I'm learning, and B, it's fucking amazing. I mean, you're living in Fairfax County, which is the last place on earth that any exotic animals would typically exist, right? And yeah, usually Florida, Texas, these are your areas that this stuff takes place. Jimmy, did you know that there was a Mongolian 2-hump camel, or is this new information to you as well?
I had no idea. I thought, thank you. I don't know what that is. No, I thought that the humps were just there so that it would be comfortable for the wise men to see.
No, I think that's where they store the water, actually, is the humps. So when they drink it, there's like storage. And I mean, again, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Is that true? That this is where water storage takes place? Oh, you're Sandro, we can't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Right.
You are correct. Yes. That's where they stored. It's more or less a fat globule upon their back. And same, both with the Bactrian camel, which comes from Mongolia, the 2-hump, and the dromedary from North Africa, where they originate. But yeah, they can go for long periods of time without drinking any water. That's what the hump is for.
Camels are known to be assholes. Like they're known to be horribly asshole animals. Like
Spit
They
at
can
you.
bite you.
they bite at you, they spit at you, they basically treat you like an ex-wife. You know,
Yeah, definitely.
they just bitch at
Especially like a ex-wife with a hunchback with a hump on her back. Oof, the worst.
you. Yeah.
Or a senile mother.
Spitting on you.
Getting feisty as a you've gone what's the weirdest animal you've had? I mean, we probably have already covered it, but like
Yeah, I mean,
what would you like?
again, probably the kinkajou and the I had my wife has raised some chameleons, the really cool Madagascar chameleons with the different eyes, prehensile tail. But yeah, I mean, listen, I love animals. I don't want any animal that I have to cage or like keep in such a way that it's going to inhibit its freedom. I love birds, but I don't want to keep an eagle in a cage. So I mean, I have reptiles. Reptiles don't need shit. Reptiles need a area to lay and food to eat. They don't need to run. They don't need to, they don't need shit. So that's why they're easy to keep.
Do you have a snake right now? What type of snake?
Well, I got a ball python that was my daughter's. So I'm not even interested in snakes. My thing is I raise exotic turtles. Man. I got all kinds of turtles and tortoises. All kinds.
You sell them?
Crocodilian.
No, but I may in the future. Crocodilians I like, but crocodilians are not allowed in the state of Virginia, Jimmy. I learned that the hard way. So I don't have any of that business.
I've got a kid down here in Florida that, I think he's on the spectrum a little bit, but it doesn't matter. He knows everything about fucking lizards, everything about lizards. Like, and I mean, he used to raise them to breed them but the fucker literally knows everything about him. It's bizarre, but that's the one thing he knows everything about. And the fucker seems to me, now I'm not one to voir dire because my knowledge is down here. But when I watch any sort of lizard and I say, hey, what's that? He'll be like a fucking, all of a sudden he's like, that's that. So he was raising them, breeding them, getting these rare lizards and selling them like they were a big deal. He'd send me pictures and I'd be like, that's a crazy looking lizard. And his mom shut it down because he was living with his mom. Now he's on his own. So I'm good friends with the mom, not hanging out with some weird kid that likes lizards. I'm good friends with the mom, sort of help with these kids from the time they were kids. Now they're adults. So be interesting to tie if you're looking to get, there's a business out of people paying $500-600
If I had